Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers. What a show we have for you today. Lots of viewer shout-outs, but also a lot of important topics, like
an alligator attack in the Villages.
And we had a show on Thursday about the Brownwood Water Tower and windmill. Going to give you a little update on that. There was a meeting concerning traffic north of Highway 466 on Morse Boulevard, and they're proposing closing that road to golf carts.
And a Good Samaritan.
All that and more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Another busy week.
They're all busy, aren't they?
I know. I'm tired. No.
The big thing this week for me, and you might see I've got some bags under my eyes. And by the way, I asked her if we had a cucumber. I was going to do that,
No, you asked for pickles. You can I put pickles on my eyes? I go, pickles? I say, no, cucumbers.
We didn't have any, so I was going to, honestly, was going to cut out little circles of bologna and put them in my eye because they're cool, right? It would be the same thing, wouldn't it? But I hurt my shoulder the other night. This is a getting old thing. In my chair, and I was getting the old big stretch, and something went
That's
pop.
all he did was stretch, and he went pop.
Oh, I had dislocated this. I had a little motorcycle wreck about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I dislocated the shoulder, but I raised my arm, and it went. I heard something snap in there. And for 2 days, I really thought I was going to have surgery.
He says, he goes like this, crack, and he goes, I think I broke my arm.
But I'm getting better every day. I don't know when I'll be able to play golf again, but I'm feeling better. But I still think, as far as the sleep, I had a pretty good night's sleep last night, but I still look old. And I was going to put the bologna. What do you think? Would that work?
No.
Anyway.
We all need our beauty sleep, though, don't we?
And today we're raring to go. We feel great. I have to work at the Woodshop after a while. I'm a monitor today. You have to volunteer 4 days of work at the Woodshop every year, 4-hour shifts. And there are 2 wood shops. Today I have to go to the farthest one and work up there. And that's great. I mean, it's all volunteer. It's a wonderful thing. But I'm volunteering more than I'm working up there. We had a question this week.
Yeah.
What have I made lately at the wood shop? Nothing. Nothing. I did repair a little vanity for my granddaughter. And her granddaughter
Mine
too.
too.
I
do miss you working in wood, though. I missed making those boxes. I was dusting them off the other day, and I thought, I missed that. The one you put that tongue oil on, and then the color pops in the wood. It's an amazing feeling.
It is.
Yeah.
That wood, which is beautiful, but it's dry. When you put that oil on there, ooh, it comes to life. It's very
awesome.
pretty. She's really good furniture finisher, but she will not do any jobs for you all. So
Yeah, don't ask me.
we had 2 letters this week also about humidity, and they were from people that are looking forward to the humidity.
What?
Yeah, and they
like saunas, huh?
They both mentioned that it's better for their skin, and I can agree with that because, before we do this, I got to make sure, do I have any dry skin? I've got dry skin.
Just a second, baby. Oh, now he's perfect.
And supposedly the high humidity is good for it, and I think I will get better in the summer.
You probably will.
Yeah.
How about some shout-outs?
First, we want to talk about the Postal Service. We know that is a noble profession, and you guys work hard, and we take you for granted, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
But I'm not sure that Ellen Wayne is going to appreciate you very much because she sent us a letter on December 22nd. It got here yesterday. And that's a long time.
Yesterday. And my goodness.
She sent us a picture. Ellen sent in Polaroids.
Ellen.
I can't really put that. I'm going to hold it up for you. I can't really do anything with that. But there's Ellen. She's how old on it?
She's near 80, I believe. And she said, I think they came to visit, or where her daughter came to visit, or somebody visited and said that the Villages may be too old for her. What?
Ellen, I was going to give you a phone call. You didn't have your phone number, but I thought you deserved it after being... You're probably at home going, that Linda and Jerry, they don't answer. They say send them stuff and they don't answer it.
Yeah.
We really try to.
Yep. I'd like to give a shout out to Maria from Milford, Delaware. She sent us a cute magnet of Gizmo for the refrigerator. Gonna love seeing that on there. And a shout out to Shannon in Maryland. Gave us some Old Bay seasoning. So gotta get some cooking on.
Yeah, you're going to see her picture in just a little bit right here.
Cool.
Another shout out I want to give is to a company, because when you read next door or talk to the villages, you can read a lot of comments that downgrade or tell you about the negatives. But we had a really nice encounter with a company. We don't get paid by them. I just want to ring a bell for them and say great job, because I love it when customers are treated well. And AirFX, Air/FX, is a heating and cooling company. They came and serviced our air conditioner.
Our mini split in the lanai.
It was a tough fix. They stayed with it. And their owner called me at least twice, maybe 3 times, to make sure I was satisfied, to make sure that I knew that, and we knew that he was going to take care of it at no charge. And we really appreciate that company. Thank you very much, AirFX.
Great service. Thank you.
One more thing from last week. We had a picture that I put on that I couldn't identify the people. And I said, whoever you are, let us know. It's overwhelming sometimes. You'll send pictures with no names, or I will misplace the email and I can't find the names when it's time to get the show ready. That's what happened on this one. It wasn't their fault. But it was a picture of the family in front of Sumter Landing. There it is. That's Bob and Heidi with their parents, Bill and Karen, and daughters Amanda and Michaela. So thank you for letting me know who you were. Bob and Heidi are frequent question askers, and you've heard of them before. But thank you so much for sending that in. And sorry that I didn't get it right the first time. Steve and Donna are coming from Ohio for a lifestyle visit. They sent this little letter, and it was pretty neat. I want to read it to you. That's their picture. We're Steve and Donna from Springboro, Ohio, coming down on May 31st. It's all Linda's fault, they said. Over 3 years, and you couldn't slap that 100% legitimate smile off her face. So sincere. There it is. There's that smile.
It's legit.
It is legit. It's too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. First I saw that and I thought, why do they want to slap my face? What?
Hey.
And this is Bill and Mary Ann from Illinois, and they are going to be new villagers.
Welcome. And we met a great guy down in St. Catherine. His name was Tom. We want to say hello to him and also to all those wonderful folks down there. One of our favorite villages, St. Catherine.
It is.
Brent and Kimbra say that they've been watching us for about 2 years. They live in Kingsport. Where is that? Kingsport,
Tampa.
near Tampa. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you when you get here. Here's Tony, Nina, and Blue. They live in the village of Hawkins. We bumped them when we were getting our McDonald's fix.
We didn't bump them. We bumped into them.
No, we didn't. We saw them up there anyway, didn't we?
Yeah. This is Dave and Ellen, and they're from Apex, North Carolina, and they will be full-time villagers on May 31st.
You did a good job there. I thought you were going to read their last name, and in my mind I was placing a little bet. There is no way she's going to get this correct.
Do we want to say their last name?
We mentioned Shannon earlier. Here's a picture of Chad, her husband, and Shannon. They're from Sykesville, Maryland. She's a teacher, soon to retire, and says that the villages is on their minds. And here are their 2 little dorkies.
A dorky? Is that the name of a dog? Really?
It's probably something mixed with a Yorkie.
A Doberman?
Doberman or a Dachshund? Dorky.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're Simon and Stewie. They're cute.
Remember we used to say psych back in...
Psych, yeah, when you say...
I don't know.
Psych.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, back in high school.
All right. Your pants are unzipped.
Psych.
Psych.
So
What else did we say yesterday? We remembered something we used to say. What was it?
Don't know. Did we do that? Homeowners.
What was it? Think about it yesterday. It was
Were
something.
you talking to somebody else?
No, it was
Maybe
you.
Tom?
It was you.
Oh, me?
We sat in the pool yesterday.
And you and Greg were talking about
Okay.
it.
Don and Meredith are from Massachusetts, and now they're proud homeowners in Citrus Grove, another one of our favorite neighborhoods down there.
Julie and George are going to move in late May in our very own neighborhood.
Yeah, welcome to Dunedin. Now this is a motley looking crew. That's Kimberlyn and Patrick. They're living it up down in St. Catherine. They look too young to live here, don't they? And you got to admit, that is a cool hat there, Patrick. We like it. And look at that other guy there. You know who that is? That is the one and only, the illustrious Mr.
Don Wiley.
Don Wiley. Here's Paul and Donna from Iowa. They're newly retired and celebrating their 35th anniversary with this lifestyle visit.
Congratulations.
You know, you'd say a lifestyle visit for your anniversary? Big spender, Paul. But
Well, you know what? It may be a big spender.
Oh, yeah. It could turn into a heck of a big one. But it is a good vacation. You get bikes to ride. You get golf cart to drive around. You'll get movie tickets or concert
Yes.
tickets. You got the dancing in the squares. You've got lots of good restaurants. You can play golf.
You're going to have a fun time.
Yeah, pretty good.
Scott and Lori sent us a picture of them in Scotland. Wow.
Smile, Scott.
Here's Stefan and his bride, and they're coming down to the Villages for a lifestyle visit, and they're coming on a car train, arriving in mid-June. What's a car train?
A car train is a train that your car rides on. So you don't have to drive down.
Oh.
It's expensive, though, I think. I priced it one time because I don't like to drive 12 hours,
Yeah.
14 hours. I found it to be expensive. Sometimes some of them have cars you can sleep in on the car train.
Cool.
Yeah, but they're coming down, and
That'll be fun.
we think you'll have a good time. And this next couple, I did it again. Somehow, somewhere, your name and the picture got separated, and I can't find it among the sea of papers and names we have here. So you look so happy, and you're such a good-looking couple that I wanted to include you, bless you, that I wanted to include it, but I can't find your name, so you look like a fun couple. Send us your name. Our first letter is from Maurice. Maurice is from Poughkeepsie, New York. It's our first writer from Poughkeepsie.
That'd be hard to write every time you do a letter, and you're just, of course, they probably have those little labels now, right?
We've seen articles in the newspaper about dangerous animals in and around the villages. Have you had any close encounters with wildlife? My wife's afraid of snakes and other creepy crawlies, rats, frogs in the toilet, not to mention alligators. Will we be safe to go out for a stroll in the evening, or will I have to carry a weapon? Well, actually, my own viewpoint on that is the more dangerous animals here would be with 2 legs, not 4. The village is considered inside a bubble, but there's no real barriers. Anybody can come in. I don't think the animals are such a big worry. However, this week, the Florida Fish and Wildlife people had to respond because a dog was attacked by an alligator.
Oh, dear.
And evidently some gentleman was walking 2 dogs off leash.
Off leash.
Off leash, sir. And the alligator came charging out of the water
Oh, my.
and grabbed one of the dogs and killed it. And that was between the 6s. I think it was up near Bonita.
Okay.
But it could happen anywhere. That alligator that was up there, he could be down here tomorrow. I mean, they do travel, especially at night and during rainstorms. And we've seen a lot of pictures lately of them walking on golf carts, paths
Yes.
across golf courses,
Yes.
even in yards.
Don't walk the golf carts paths at night. Don't do that.
Well, it's mating season for gators, so they're looking for girlfriends. And this one, after they called those people, they came and they set up. And we're trying to find that alligator. Once an alligator is reported as a nuisance, it is not removed and relocated like Larry was. Larry was because he was so massive and he had never hurt anybody. It was just a fear that he was so big that he might.
Yeah.
But if one is deemed to be a nuisance, they're usually killed. And the trapper can sell their hides
Yeah.
and even the meat
Yeah.
to restaurants. So if you call in on a nuisance gator because you're afraid you see one down in the pond and you report it and they do come and take it away, they're not going to relocate it. Gators often come back to where they're from.
Oh.
They try to. So they don't take a chance on that. Also, one thing that would bother me, if you report a nuisance gator, when they come and catch it, how do they know it's the nuisance gator? It could have been any gator that's about the same size, right? Yeah. And they're going to go kill it. Yeah. And gators live a long time. There can be a 50-year-old gator in your pond, almost as old as you, or maybe even older.
Yeah. And when I walk at night, if I do walk Gizmo, it's not really, really, really dark, but Jerry always asks me to carry my phone with me to make sure I can have contact in case something does happen. And he's even bought me mace before. I've had a couple containers of those little squirt mace, but I don't carry that with me.
I think that all you people out that walk at night, men and women, should have some sort of protection. If you don't have a stick or a can of bear spray or mace, you need to have your phone for sure.
Yes.
It hasn't happened. There have been no close calls. To answer that question, no, we have not had any encounters.
No.
We've heard people that are scared to death of coyotes and bobcats. Have you ever seen a bobcat? They're about this tall. They're about this tall and about this long. They weigh, 25 or 30 pounds? They're scared. They're scaredy cats.
They'd be scared of you.
Scaredy cats.
You're going to call them scaredy cats.
But the alligators do live in almost every county in Florida. Everywhere there's a body of water, the saying is there any gators in there?
Probably so.
Probably so.
Yeah.
There's over 1 million alligators in Florida. So you're going to encounter one. Once in a while, we see people that come here for a lifestyle visit and say, nope, we didn't see any alligators.
Yeah.
You must have been staying in the bar or something. They're all over. Just look on the banks of these ponds.
Well, in the afternoon when it's really sunny, they're out sunbathing.
Ricky writes us with a rant. He says it's more really of a rant than a question. I, along with several friends, have called the village's recreation department about this issue. They're very evasive and they don't want to give a straight answer about what the policy is on music at the pools. Everybody has different taste in music. Many people like to read at the pool. We get it, Ricky. Well, I put my investigative reporter on this. What did you find out?
Well, I did call the recreation centers at Rohan, and I talked to a nice gentleman who said, let you talk to someone else. And so I did, an administrator of some sort. And so I gave him the question. And since I told him it was going to be on YouTube, we were going to answer questions from our viewers. He said, let me give you an administrator. So
he got scared,
He got scared and passed it on to someone else. Well, that gentleman did the same, passed it to another person. Well, the third person said, I need to have this down. And would you please email me your question? And then we'll get back to you and email you right back. I said, well, I need it ASAP. We have not heard anything from them.
Well, that's what Ricky said. He said it's very evasive.
Very evasive.
And it's not like they're trying to hide anything, but sometimes when you're speaking for an organization like the Villages, you don't want to get it wrong.
No.
And if you get it wrong, it's going to, and you've already told them that you are Linda, and you're going to put it out on the air. If I get it wrong, it's going to be out there. Everybody's going to see it. They're going to get wrong information. My boss is going to see it.
Yeah.
They don't want to be wrong.
It's
hard to get information, Ricky. You are 100% right. Mm-hmm. That being said,
music at the pools.
Yes, you can have your own music, but please be considerate because everybody doesn't like the same kind of music.
Yes, and one time someone brought music to our pool and it was quite loud, and I noticed a person come into the pool area and walk around and just kind of in his clothes, and I thought, you know what? That was probably one of the house owners right behind the pool, wondering who's making all this noise. You got to be considerate of the people that live right behind those bushes.
Similar situation. Do you remember last week we pulled up at Sarasota in our golf cart with our bag of McDonald's food?
Yeah.
Don't hate me. And we sat next to this, down a little bit from a golf cart.
Yeah.
And this guy was sitting there eating some Chinese food.
Yes, he was.
And he had his music blasting.
Yeah.
And he didn't care if we were right there.
Nope.
It didn't bother him if they're golfing right over there. He's playing his music. It's his golf cart. By golly, it's his music. He'll play what he wants to play.
And he was there first, so that's why.
He was there first. But I guarantee you, if it would have been us there first listening to music, Linda would have cranked that down so low. I'd have said, turn it up a little. She goes, no. Turn it up a little. No. She doesn't want to bother anybody.
I'm a very caring person. I think of others first, always.
On a lighter note, that was pretty light, though.
Yeah.
Listen to this letter. And this is the kind of people we have here. Now, this guy is a gem. We know this fella. He does not live near us, but we've bumped into him before. Dale Devine.
Awesome man.
Hi, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Hi, Jerry, Linda, and Gizzy. Just want to put this out there for visitors to the villages. If you don't have golf clubs, I have a few sets that I often loan out, complete with golf balls and tees. I'm not renting them out. Free loaners.
Oh, my. Oh, Dale, you're going to get some phone calls or messages.
Well, I
Which
did
is
not
very
put
nice.
his phone number on there because he could be besieged. But that's the way people are here. We have loaned out clubs before.
And we've been given clubs.
Before she began playing golf, we
Yes.
needed women's clubs. I put in a question
On next door. or
anonymously
something?
on Nextdoor and said, does anybody have some women's clubs they could
Loan us.
loan out? And boom, we had multiple offers. She borrowed them. Now she's hooked on golf.
Yeah, thank you.
But that's the way people are here. We've borrowed, you help me, baby high chair,
Yes,
stroller,
yes,
car seat,
yes.
what else?
A grill, a gas tank.
Oh, a gas tank for our grill. I wanted to borrow one because we had a little shindig and somebody said, just keep it. It was full of gas.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the way people are here. And Dale, you are a great example of how we all should be. He's willing to loan you his golf clubs. We had that question last week. Remember when I told you that they are available for rent here, but they're a little pricey? Dale saw that and responded. Thank you, Dale. One of the bigger questions this week regards Morse Boulevard. Morse Boulevard is one of the two north and south roads that run all the way from the northern tip of the villages down to the south. And we're debating golf cart safety, and one of the people in power said maybe we should close that section of Morse Boulevard to golf carts. Now, honestly, from Highway 44 all the way up to 466, golf carts cannot travel on Morse Boulevard. But once you cross over 466 on your way to Spanish Springs, they do. And they have to cross traffic. If you're going from one side to the other, they have to cross that busy traffic, and there have been some fatalities.
Oh, my.
And, it probably makes sense to do something. Most of the other area, the Morse Boulevard going north and south has cart trails, but they're not on the road. They're over in the side, and they safely weave along. So maybe something like that can be done. I sure hope they don't close it to all cart traffic because those people need access.
They do, and I vote for making a new path for the golf carts.
They're debating that topic and no decisions have been made. It's in the early stages, but it's something that we all need to think about, and we sure want all the golf cart people as well as people in cars to be safe.
Yes.
Traffic on Morse Boulevard. Did that make any sense at all?
Into our very own neighborhood in Layton. Is that
Late May. When try so hard. We wanted to do this in one take. And an update on, what did I say first? Forget all that. Forget it. That was a mistake.
This is from Bill in Traverse City, Michigan. In northern Michigan, it gets cold in the winter and you find yourself indoors most of the time. Do you treat summer in Florida the same way with you staying indoors more to avoid the heat, or do you learn to adjust your life and schedule? Well, we stay in when it gets really, 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 really hot. If it's over 95, I will question going golfing. And or if I do go golfing, I definitely take lots of towels, lots of ice, and tons of water.
We've never hid the fact that in the summertime, it is brutal here. In fact, some people wear short sleeve shirts, but they'll wear sleeves like this under their shirts. They actually sell white ones, and probably other colors too, to keep your arms from getting roasted, which they could. And you'll slather on the lotion. But we do things every day. We don't stay inside all the time. But at 2 o'clock on August 1st, we're not going to go have a picnic.
No.
probably.
May go in the pool and be under the water.
But a lot of places we go, you're rolling in the golf cart. You put that window down, you feel fine. Now, her golf cart, the window doesn't come down.
No.
It's a beautiful window, and it's the kind we wanted because it looks so good, and it's got a little louver at the bottom.
Yes, but he's got a little air conditioning fan at the
She
top.
does,
Yeah.
air conditioner.
Well, it's a fan.
Yeah, but it's breeze easy. It's really neat. It blows a lot of cool air, but we still don't go anywhere on the hottest days. We stay home, and that's when you binge watch.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of you will be binge watching Jerry and Linda, or the X-Files, or whatever you want. But yeah, we stay inside a lot in the summertime. But in the winter, in Indiana, remember I told you the story? She slipped on the ice and her head hit the ground, concrete,
yes.
like a watermelon.
Yep.
Poosh. We had to take her to the hospital. I thought she was hurt bad. But this is pretty solid up here.
Solid.
Unsigned letter. I sure miss going to the movie theater. Does anyone have any information, reliable information, on when it will open? That is a negatory. There are 3 movie theaters. One in Spanish Springs. That's the what? Rialto.
Yeah.
The Old Mill Theater's in Sumter Landing, and the Brownwood Theater is in Brownwood. Right now, the only one that's open is the Old Mill Theater in Sumter Landing.
You know, before COVID, they were starting to renovate the Spanish Springs Theater, and we were looking forward to that opening because it was supposed to have, reclining seats and maybe even restaurant dishes available, whatever. But we were so excited about that, and they said, rumor had it, that the other ones were going to be renovated the same way. Man, I love going to the movies.
It's fun. We do love it, and we haven't been doing it, have we?
No.
Nobody has.
Yeah, they've raised our Monday from $5 movies on Monday to $6 now.
That's a 20%. That's 20%.
Don't ask me.
That's a 20% increase. Wow.
So, yeah.
But I asked one of the powers that be, and they're very nice, by the way.
Yeah.
When we do get a hold of them and we ask them questions, they're honest, but sometimes they don't know the answers. You don't keep a business open if it's losing money.
Right.
And we're streaming movies, aren't we? On Netflix and Apple TV and Hulu, and we're watching Amazon Prime, and a lot of people are staying home. So they said they're not even selling out the one that's open. If the one that's open is not full, why would you open the other 2? Why would we say? Because it's closer to us. We'd rather go to this one, right?
Yes, we would. Let's all get together and just make a point that everybody start going to the movies and filling up those places in Lake Sumter, and then we're going to try to open up the other ones. We want our movies.
If a movie's $10 or $11, do you still want to go?
I do. And those hot days that are 95 or over, let's go to the movies.
And how about renting them on TV? Have you seen the prices to rent a movie on TV? No. They want $14 or $20 to rent them a newly released movie.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah, they do.
This letter's from Patty. She's over in the village of Case and Hammock. They're renting. They've been renting for the past 2 years and love it here. They've been looking at some of the home prices, and they've doubled in price. Not affordable for us now, so we'll continue renting until prices come down. I think prices will come down, but homes are artificially inflated right now. Yeah. All the homes here are worth a lot more than they were 2 years ago. And they're still climbing every month. And I don't understand why people buy at the top unless you just got a lot of money. And now the interest rates are climbing. So I think that is one way that the prices are going to come down, Patty. As the interest rates raise, it's going to be less attractive to take a mortgage, and maybe that will stymie some of this growth. But we agree with you that prices are high, much higher than they've ever been, and in my opinion, a little bit out of control. It's time for our last question.
This is from Tom and Debbie from Pennsylvania. Are the classes and clubs that are offered led by the residents of the villages? What kind of training do these instructors need in order to lead the class or the club? Well, they are led by the residents, and I sure they have some training, because I know they go to the stretch class and they use a little bit of a script sometimes to make sure they don't forget this or forget that. So I'm sure there's training and some kind of a proposal when you want to lead a class, but I don't know firsthand from a person, but I'm sure there is training.
I don't think there's any training. Who trains them? I think that anybody that wants to lead a class, if you have enough loyal followers that'll follow you into that class, you can do it. I think I could do a yoga class.
Okay.
You know, I don't think
I want to see that.
I mean, I don't think it would be a good class, but I think that I would be eligible to without training. You know, you just get somebody that's willing, a warm body. You know, I could go up there and do that double dog dare and all that stuff in the yoga class.
They don't want you to hurt the residents. They want you to have some guidelines. I'm sure there is some kind of guidelines. We'll have to call the rec center again and see if we can get someone to answer that question.
Well, I mean, I don't think. Look, we had a bocce league. Did we know anything about bocce?
No.
We led the bocce league, didn't
Well,
we?
you know what? There were rules in the shed.
They have a little paper for you, but what if we wanted to do a, you know, that Leslie Sansone, what does she do? Walking off pounds?
Yes.
What if we want to do our own walking off the pounds? We don't have to follow any guidelines. We could go in there and just, you know.
Yeah.
Couldn't we?
We could.
I don't know. All right. I would say he's been waiting patiently, but he has not been waiting patiently. He has been rather rowdy.
I got to tell you on him this week, I had some we played cards this week. I did with a few women here. And Gizmo wanted to play too, believe it or not. We had to sit him on his stool and up to this table with 6 of us playing. And it was just like crazy. And he would whine and he wanted to be petted and he's spoiled rotten. He said, me too, me too.
All right. Let's hear what you got for us today.
Like football. You know, I'm a Tom Brady fan. Greatest of all time. And I asked one of my buddies down the street, I said, hey, you want to go play some football? And he said, no, I don't play football. I'm a boxer. He's a boxer. Some people ask me, do you ever see any crocodiles down there in Florida? No, it's silly. There are no crocodiles in Florida. But I'll tell you how you can tell the difference. If you pay attention, one will see you later and the other will see you in a while. After a while, crocodile.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Yeah.
Yes. That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
We really appreciate you watching. We're closing in on 50,000 subscribers. Who's going to be that 50,000 subscriber? If you haven't done so, she'll tell you how.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. And then also there's a little bell right there in the corner. And if you press that, it will notify you of upcoming videos. Until next time.
See you when you get here.